Warrior Line, Soul Tribe, Assembly's live. So come subscribe, your soul's in trial or simply tied. Your soul medicine, it gets revived. The Warrior Line, Soul Tribe, Assembly's live. It's friendly vibes. Your soul medicine
The terrible bill that passed the Senate today. J.D. Vance passed it, so it goes back to the House because they changed some things up. So it's back in the House, so it's going back and forth. But we're going to just want to talk about it real quick, and because it's something that's a hot topic in the news, and we just always want to make sure that we're responsible in addressing things that the country is dealing with. So I'm going to let my dear friend Jennifer open up with her thoughts on it. It's got a lot of stuff in it, a lot of people are going to be, if it passes, a lot of people are going to be hurt by it, a lot of people are going to be traumatized by it. And I'll just open, and I'll let you talk. I'll just open up these statements, and because I still see people saying this here, based on this, most likely, if it passes, hope it don't, but if it passes, they saying, oh, we regret our vote, and if we had a chance, we'll do it all over again. And I say to them, hogwash. I don't believe them, but I'll give you your thoughts on this bill, this coming down the pipe.
I did what every well-informed, plugged-in American voter did and should do. I spent a lot of sleepless nights the past couple of days watching the debates,
Right.
watching the voting process. I don't really watch the complicit legacy media. I don't subscribe to that. I don't buy that anymore. But I did watch PBS News. I did stream it on YouTube, and I also streamed. I tried to stream Cory Booker's YouTube, but he doesn't have closed captioning enabled, which I told him, I posted to him on Blue Sky. That's a no-no. Jasmine Crockett also has a YouTube channel that you can subscribe to, and she posts really regularly. She posts a lot of shorts, and then she'll post short videos. So I did spend the weekend watching PBS News, watching the voting, watching the debate. It was important to me to see who was advocating for what and why. We heard about Lisa Murkowski and her shady deal for Alaska and Medicare and Medicaid, and her yes vote for the bill. Someone else posted something about some provision from the 1800s that, or
Right.
I think it was 1800s, that Alaska and Hawaii, we can never take their medical away, or it's something. I read it, and it was, I was bleary eyed because I was up all night. But it was important for me to witness. One, it's important for everyone to watch our taxpayer funded electeds at work. And it's important to hear and see what they're doing with your own eyes instead of leaning on the complicit legacy media to tell you, because they always infuse their opinion, their biased opinion in it. It's really important for you to just watch the minutia yourself, and you can make informed decisions from that. I'm surviving now, how many presidential elections? 5, 6? I've done a lot of C-SPAN watching and, paying attention to certain people, how they're moving, what they're deciding. This bill would be devastating. It would be the single largest transfer of wealth from the middle class to the wealthy overnight. It would decimate our entire safety net. It would destroy people's everyday lives. Medicaid is something that the everyday person doesn't really understand, just like they didn't understand Obamacare. Medicaid is under different names in different states. Right. Here in California, Medicaid is Medi-Cal. Medi-Cal is medical insurance for our populace that have low amounts of resources, or they don't have access to health care. I like knowing everyone in my state has health care because we all work together. We all ride the same elevator. Everyone's hands touch food in restaurants and grocery stores, et cetera, et cetera. Healthcare should be a human right.
Yeah.
Obamacare, aka the Affordable Care Act, aka Romney Care, Obamacare has a lot of provisions in it that have bulked out our medical insurance coverage and requirements, like mammograms, like hormone replacement therapy coverage, gender transitioning uses hormone replacement therapy, as do women in menopause. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. We're all kind of in this without, most of us don't have a strong awareness of how much it's baked in. I see a lot of comments of people saying, well, I'll be fine because I have employer health care. Do you understand that the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, subsidizes your employer's health insurance that you think only they're paying for? The government is subsidizing parts of that. So be careful. Medicaid is also the only way you can put mom and dad in a senior care facility. Medicare does not pay for that. It's Medicaid. And you have to have less than $3,000 in assets. So a lot of people transfer their property to their children in order to have Medicaid, to get financial support, to be in memory care, assisted living, senior retirement homes, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of babies were born thanks to Medicaid. A lot of babies have pediatric care under Medicaid. So the conversation that we were having earlier about red states and voting against your own interests, this would cause such devastating, irreparable damage to our country overnight. Children with special needs, children with learning disabilities. And I say those two things as two separate things because they are two separate things.
Right.
Children with special needs have a higher quality of support that they require, and children with learning disabilities do have a threshold for their for what they need to succeed in school. But both of those benefit from Medicaid. Mm-hmm. The funding goes to the public school for special ed teachers and programs like that, for those IEPs that moms and dads have to go to the meetings for. So this is devastating for you and I. We worked our entire lives. My first job was when I was 13 years old. I did pay Social Security, right? I paid into it from the age of 13. They want to use that as their personal piggy bank.
Yeah.
And while I don't need it now, there are people that I know and love and care for who need their Social Security. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's not, you're not giving Americans anything that they didn't pay into. We essentially invested money against our own will. They garnished our wages. They mm-hmm. took the money. We're not even getting interest on it. If we invested that money in a 401k IRA, we would get a lot more money than Social Security even disperses, and they disperse it with conditions. I just don't even understand this whole thing. It doesn't even make sense, but whatever. It is what it is. I don't have a choice. We're not, negotiating, arguing, debating what it is, but
right.
Stealing the money from Social Security is, it's immoral. And then we have this huge budget for the masked bounty hunting racists kidnapping people off the street.
Mm-hmm.
We saw FEMA build that tented cage. They're tenting it now because his first term, there were pictures, but now they're tenting it.
Mm-hmm.
FEMA built that in a matter of weeks, but Florida still has people filing FEMA claims that are being denied.
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina, they have FEMA claims that are being denied. But a concentration camp called, of course, by a racist name, Alligator Alcatraz, FEMA funds had that built in Ron DeSantis land in a matter of weeks.
Yeah.
Why didn't Americans think of this on the 5th? We told them this. This was in Project 2025.
Mm-hmm.
All of this was laid out in Project 2025. Yeah, the horse is out of the barn, but you can still look up Project 2025 to have an awareness of what's coming for you that hasn't come yet, because it's going to come.
Mm-hmm.
Travel, down. Economy, down. Inflation, up. Layoffs, up. Unemployment, up. They want to take SNAP benefits away.
Yeah.
How are we the richest country in the world, but we're starving people? We're only the richest country in the world because we allowed millionaires and billionaires to exploit our system. And it is a system that was created by white supremacy. But the average American worker, we really don't have anything in this country. I don't care if you make $29,000 a year, $50,000 a year, to six figures. We're all in the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it was important for us to do harm reduction on November the 5th. So I watched this bill, which we already knew was coming. And, I think it's important not to give credit to the felon squatter in the White House. It's important to give the credit to the Heritage Foundation and the actual architects of Project 2025 who are waiting for an in to decimate America, not only our democracy, but our people, and exploit our funds for the benefit of the wealthy. They want that. There's two classes of people, the working class and the ruling class. That's it. The working class, we're all in the same boat. Unless you're a billionaire. I mean, you can be a millionaire, but if you don't have political power and political connections, you're worthless. So this is happening. You and I can say, well, they voted for it, but we're a part of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our children are a part of this. Our parents are a part of this. Our neighbors are a part of this. Our communities are a part of it. And all of this smoke for what's going on, once again, because Black people aren't in the forefront. They're not the organizers. They're not the leaders. We're watching people lamely go about saying, I didn't vote for that. I regret my vote. That's not legal. The House is probably going to pass it.
Yeah.
Who will be harmed the most?
Black people.
Who voted 92 and 80% for this not to happen?
Black people.
Who are they listening to right now?
White people.
That's ball game. We can all go home. Done, right? It's just so frustrating, but we have to articulate that. We have to make these points, right?
Yeah.
Who has always been in danger?
Yeah.
Who has always received the most harm? I'm a Black woman. I live in an affluent neighborhood. I live in an affluent zip code. And I work damn hard for my money.
Mm-hmm.
But I voted for harm reduction. Because if I win, we all win. If I'm safe, we're all safe. If my children are safe, your children are safe. White people can't say the same thing. And I need them to understand this. Because we've done this dance with them before, and they don't seem to learn the lesson. As you so aptly pointed out, they love the chaos. It's exciting to them. They think it's a game. It's a reality show.
Yeah.
But underneath all of that, they want to see the suffering. They want to keep saying it's not going to be that bad because it doesn't touch them. This bill will ensure it devastates them. There's no coming back from that. We can all laugh about Nebraska farmers and Nebraska on the brink of bankruptcy because they don't have blue state money.
Mm-hmm.
But in the whole scheme of things, everything is interconnected. How does that affect everything else? This is what this bill is. People are looking at it as individuals. I really invite you to go on your social media, whether it's Blue Sky or one of the other white supremacist ones. Blue Sky is not. And just spend an hour observing, reading what white people are saying. I need my. Well, then why didn't you vote like that? Why didn't you talk to all the people you knew? Why didn't you make it happen? Because white people can't unite. They are never a collective. They're always individuals. Whereas we as Black people, we are a collective. Just like our conversation earlier about Jasmine Crockett. You come for one of us, you're coming for all of us. Her success is our success. Her danger is our danger. We move as a unit. Because we've seen these plays before. We are not our parents. We're more proactive. And we're more assertive about how we combat these things. Because it's for the good of the group.